to my channel. It's That Proud Black Woman again, and thank you for tuning in today. So this is another episode. This is actually the third episode of Inclusion and Diversity, and I've been getting a lot of good feedbacks and I'm really happy about it. Thank you so much. And this is something that I'm doing as a passion. So it's a hobby for me, so I like making this content and putting it out there. So thank you again for always tuning in. Remember, subscribe, like, share, comment. Make this channel grow. We need growth. So anyway, today is also, as you've seen from the title, is also an inclusion and diversity segment. But today I'm going to be talking about the benefits of inclusion and diversity. So people wonder, why should we be diverse? Why should we be inclusive? Why should we take this seriously? You know, because they are looking at it from the perspective that this only would benefit those minority groups on the long run. Well, you're wrong. You know why you're wrong? Because if you've seen my first two episodes of Inclusion and Diversity, you will know that this is a win for both stakeholders. It's a win for you as an employer. It's a win for the employee as well. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, is a higher win for the company, because it speaks volumes about your organization. It will make more communities be able to transact their businesses with you. It will make you to be able to grow. People might say, well, I'm okay where I am. I'm serving the white population, I'm fine. Or I'm serving just the black population, I'm fine. Or I'm serving just the Hispanic population and business is good. How about you thinking outside the box? How about you thinking about, okay, let's say for example, where you are, you make makeup. And maybe the makeup you make is only for white people. Yeah, you're doing fine, you're making money. And this is not even, it's right now I'm using an analogy, but it's actually reality. A couple of years ago, most makeups that you would see, foundation, powder, concealer, it was all white shades. So we black people had to make our own because we couldn't find any. So this is now bringing it to inclusion and diversity conversation. So you think about how much more you could get, how much more growth you can get from making your business diverse, asking for people's opinion. Okay, we always serve the white people. We've always served the black people. How about we hiring somebody from the white race? How about we hiring from somebody from the black race? How about we hiring somebody from the LGBTQ community to be able to tap into their understanding, to be able to tap into their experiences, to be able to tap into their knowledge of what would actually work if we decide to move our business to that community. Therefore, you're able to get diverse viewpoints from all different races, from all different backgrounds, from all different gender. So if you're only men and all you make is perfumes, for example, how would you be able to know which one works better for women if you're not hiring any woman? Because the woman will be able to tell you, yeah, this is my experience, this is what I like, and this is what my friends like, and this is how I feel that we should move ahead concerning this particular product. That's a win for you. Not just for the person that you hired, but also for you, because it makes you grow as well, right? Another benefit is that when you make people feel comfortable, when they feel accepted, when they feel like they are a member, they're like a part of a company, where they feel like they're contributing to the success of the company, and that contribution is not being overlooked, it's being appreciated, and they feel comfortable waking up and coming to work every day, and they have no mental issues, and they're not being discriminated against, and they don't feel like they don't have a voice. It improves your employee retention rate as well. So now you have people working for you 30 years, you have people working for you 25 years because they don't want to leave. Especially if they've had like bad experiences from previous places that they've worked, and now they come into this environment that's so welcoming, that's so relaxing, that's so accepting, that's willing to like see other people's perspective. Do you think they'll want to leave? Of course not. And this has nothing to do about what kind of salary you're paying them now. Of course, it has to be the same across the board. Not like the minorities getting lesser pay and the other groups are getting higher. It has to be a standard form of making sure that everybody gets remuneration according to their performance, according to their job description. So the company continues to benefit from retention, not having to worry about HR hiring and then 2 weeks after they leave. You hire again, they're not happy, 3 months after they leave. So it's going to be continuous hiring, continuous training. No company be going through that because you might not know. It might be little by little, but you're losing resources. You're losing things that would have assisted in growing your company. You're wasting precious time. And as we all know, time is money. Once time is spent, you can't get it back. So that time that you're using to interview more people, that resources that you're wasting when your HR should be facing other things, but they're busy recruiting, that would have been used towards moving your company forward. So another thing that I feel it's a benefit of diversity and inclusion is that employees feel safe and they're able to voice their opinion. They're able to talk up without thinking about victimization, without thinking about retaliation, without thinking having mental health problems, without thinking that their career is going to be stagnant. Any form of retaliation. So they're able to bring forth their opinion. Let's even forget about retaliation. When they feel comfortable, when they have good ideas that can actually propel the company forward, that can actually be a good resource for the company, they come up and they confide in you that this is what I've seen, where I've worked before, and this is how it has worked for that company. I feel like you should be able to use this idea as well. They share their experiences with you. They're not just there for the paycheck. They're not just there for the paycheck, they're here to actually grow that company, to grow your company. They're happy there because they know that once your company grows, their paycheck also grows, their career also grows. So you see, it's beneficial, not just for the employee, but for the company as well. So in other words, when people are also talking up, giving their opinion, voicing their opinions without fear of victimization, then it also empowers the company. It empowers the company not just to listen, but also to be able to implement these things, to be able to change their policies. Did you get that? So when they feel more relaxed, they feel more welcomed, they feel as part of something great, and they're able to voice their opinions. It also helps, it improves the company to not only to listen, but also to be able to improve their culture, to be able to make policies that would assist in boosting the culture of the company to where the standard they want it to be. And therefore, they end up embracing diverse viewpoints. They embrace diverse viewpoints, they implement it, and the company becomes a formidable company. So let me use an analogy. You might feel it's silly, but it's just the truth. So for example, you wake up today, you eat rice. Tomorrow, you eat rice. 2 days after, you eat rice. Do you think that you will grow in the same rate that another person that's eating different kinds of food, balanced diet, would grow? Do you think that your skin will be as radiant as the skin of another person that's eating from different food groups? Because you're always eating carbs from the same rice in the morning, rice at night, rice in the afternoon, rice all day. You're gonna look malnourished. There's this sickness back home in Nigeria, they call it kwashiorkor. I'll write it like up here, kwashiorkor, where they look thin and they have like gigantic tummy. Yeah, that's how you're gonna look. Whereas somebody eating different groups of food, eating carbs, protein, drinking water, the skin becomes radiant. They shine. People notice that glow in them. So the same thing with the company. If you keep employing from the same group, and you're not willing to be diverse, you're not willing to be inclusive, then you're going to suffer from kwashiorkor. That's it. You're not going to be glowing. You're not going to be radiant. You might glow for a while, But then as the world moves and you're not moving with the world, you're going to become a thing of the past, because the world is going to leave you behind. Now you're not jumping on the wagon, you're left behind. So think about it. Thinking about other people's viewpoints, other people's perspectives, it also makes you think in a more creative way. That's just the truth. So another benefit that I can think of is that embracing diverse thinking is useful in the fact that it makes you be able to generate ideas and get useful feedback from people from all walks of life. You'll get useful feedbacks. So it's not just from one group, it's from every walks of life. And that way it improves whatever product you're trying to sell. It improves the image of your company. And not only that, for whoever that you have hired that are working with you, they're able to see value in themselves as well. They are able to see that they are working in an environment that is not only friendly to them, but making them part of a shared purpose. They feel like part of a shared purpose, and they want to put in their best to see that that purpose is achieved, that the goals of the company is achieved. So it's when you give to them, they give back to you. It's like a trade by barter. You give me yam, I give you rice. You give me meat, I give you fish, right? So whatever you give me, I give you in return. So that way your company continues to grow. So think about it. It makes you get good feedback from all walks of life, not just from a particular group of people, but from all walks of life. So it's good to be diverse, so you can get these feedbacks, and also you can in return make people feel good about themselves, make them feel in a welcoming environment, make them feel like they have a purpose, that they are participating in the purpose of the company, to move the company forward. So my final one is that, I know I only have 5 for you today, because remember it's an ongoing session, ongoing segment. So next week I'll come with another topic, okay? But for the final one that I'm going to leave you with today is that if new diversity and inclusion habits are employed into the company and they're put in action, and it begins to encourage a place where people feel safe, people feel part of a purpose, and people begin to feel like they are in a place that supports healthy tension. Tension may sound bad, but there's something called healthy tension. So if you are putting diversity and inclusion into practice in your workplace, it promotes that healthy tension. It makes people feel like they're part of something great, that they are not being segregated, and also it makes them begin to have this conversation that changes the culture of the company. So people that are already in the company don't believe in that. As the time goes on, as they see these policies, as they see the people that are being brought in, and they see the changes in the growth of the company, it begins to change the culture of the company as a whole, and then great success is achieved. Great success is achieved. Real change is achieved. So think about all these things. Whatever you think inclusion and diversity is, comment in the comment section. Remember, you can also catch up with me on Instagram at thatproudblackwoman. You can catch up with me on Facebook page at thatproudblackwoman, so that we can keep this conversation going. Okay, remember, subscribe, like, give me a huge thumbs up, and make sure that you share with your family, share with your friends, share with colleagues at work. Okay, if you have any topic that you want me to talk about, put it in the comment section. DM me on Instagram, DM me on Facebook, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Even though I'm still working during the pandemic, it doesn't mean I can't create time to read your comments and respond to them. Thank you so much for watching my video once again. See you in my next video. Love. This ain't over.